more into tech, and more organizations in the Western world are looking for more tech inclined professionals. And then you see people, the fact that education system is slow in its pace or in its approach to trying to evolve with the global standards. The fact that tech and digital and tech is what is taking off at this time now, but the way Nigeria is going about it seems to be slow or non-existent. Our country is the fact that we need more skilled people. That's hand skills, vocational skills now. All right, handcraft. We need more people who can do things that is readily needed, or the basic needs of the people in the country at this time now. Tech may take a while for it to make its big impact in Nigeria at this time, but what we need now is even more people to go into the vocational aspect of it. But the truth is, for a lot of reasons that I've read up, to leave Nigeria. That's the conversation that we're going to be having this morning. The social impact of Japa, and if brain drain can be converted to brain gain. All right. The list is endless. We don't want to look at all, what we know that is already true. I mean, you see a lot of young professionals in the country they're actually really successful. I mean, successful young professionals in Nigeria. And just because maybe insecurity or the kidnapping situation and all of that, and say I'd rather move my family abroad. There's nothing wrong. It's just sometimes it may not even be that they don't have a job or they're trying to get a job. It's just the fact that government policies is not really working for the common man, in the country at this time. So a lot of factors are working against young professionals that are practicing in this country, and there's been some policy inconsistencies, some political leadership situation that we've also found ourselves. So we need to dig deeper into the social impact of Jaguar. Can we actually see anything good from this, or are we just seeing the fact that a lot of professionals are leaving the country at this time, and we need them also in the country? So that is the big talk for today on Mainland 98.3 FM. Like I said, it's going to be highly interactive. So let's have a conversation. What has been the social impact for you of Jaguar? What are the things that you have seen? What are the consequences of Jaguar in your own immediate environment? Let's have a conversation. And what do you think we can use from those consequences and reverse them to positive impacts for our nation, Nigeria? So this is 10 minutes past 10, and you're on to Mainland 98.3 FM. Like I mentioned earlier, my name is Omobola Sandra. We'll take a very short break and we will be right back, or I will be right back, and let's kick off the conversation for today.
The courage is more.
The general elections in 2023 have created conversations and consequences that will live with us for years to come. From the executive to the judiciary, legislature, media, and the people, organized labor, and civil society organizations, issues that will continue to shape the future of our country needs continuous probing and interrogation.
I see the greater objective for the party, and let me tell you, I've told the PDP in some locations that, gentlemen, be careful. Better men have founded parties that have gone into oblivion. Where's the party of Awolowo? Where's the party of Azikwe? Where's PRP of Rimi? Political parties must be nurtured, they must be reinvented, they must be true to their own
ᴏᴜᴜ Akinode and Said Fuad on Midweek Politics every Wednesday 1 to 3 p.m. on Mainland 98.3 FM for thought-provoking conversations, voices from the top, engaging interviews, in-depth analysis on all matters around politics, policies, and governance. Critical conversations in the political, economic, and social space has become extremely important.
There's a need for a lot of people, not even the political party, those in the civil society, those who believe in Nigerian emancipation of people from the shackle of poverty.
More than ever before, Nigerians now deserve to be heard. We all need a voice.
Nigeria of nowadays, we are suffering. People come on Gari, we can't buy Gari again. Gari has come as a cocaine. Food we can't buy, rice we can't buy, we can't feed our.
Join Saheed Fuad every Thursday, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. on Mainland 98.3 FM to lend your voice and speak to the real issues affecting the Nigerian state. Open Forum. Your time to talk is now. This is the Big Talk with Omobola Sandra.
Thank you for staying with us. The Big Talk continues on Mainland 98.3 FM, and the conversation for today is the social impact of Japa. Do you believe that we can reverse brain drain to brain gain? Can we? Is it possible? Do you think so? I mean, there's been a lot of negative consequences of the Japa syndrome or the Japa trend. I mean, there's been a lot, especially in the health sector and in the education sector. A lot of teachers have left in their droves, and then you also have the health sector. Has been one of the worst hits. Actually, doctors and nurses have left in their droves, and of course, the Nigerian banking sector has also been one of the one of the greatest, with as regards the mass exodus of experienced bank workers. And so, with the vacuum created in our banks by the departure of these skilled workers, with the vacuum created in the health sector, the fact that we now have one doctor to 8,000 patients, and it's just very scary to even think of the fact that you have to wait weeks and months before you even see any doctor. And if you can even afford to see a private doctor, that is another tedious situation on its own. So there's been a lot of impact, a lot of consequences that we have seen, and the focus has been on the negative side. The fact that people keep leaving every day, families have been disunited for a very long time, people have not seen each other in years. The only way a lot of people have been brothers and sisters, parents and children have been conversing has been via video call. Aside from that, you also have the health sector. Doctors have left, reducing the workforce in the health sector, which has also contributed to a lot of issues that we're having now that shouldn't even be an issue. There's also the education sector. You have the fact that a lot of professors have left, a lot of teachers have also left as well. And so there's been a lot that we have seen as regards the negative impact of Japa. But today we are going to be discussing, is there a possibility of us reversing this brain drain to a brain gain? Do you think it is possible? That is the conversation for the day. 0913 6000 410, 0913 6000 410. Do you think we can convert brain drain to brain gain? All right. Now, looking at it, there's a lot that has been achieved by there's a lot of positive impact that a lot of people have pushed forward. Some people would argue that the diaspora community is very vital to Nigerian economy, and having funds at the disposal of people in diaspora and being able to invest in the country is something a lot of people have been having conversations on. That okay, fine, let them leave, but let them not forget. All right, let them not forget the country. Let them not forget the what they can do to also help us out in this country. So Nigeria taking advantage of the mass exodus or the immigration of our skilled citizens by being creative, finding ways of making the trend to be beneficial to the nation. That's what we're discussing today. All right, so 0913-6000-410 0913-6000-410. Do you see anything good in this? Is there something we can benefit from this? There's the need to try to connect to local talent with the pool of diaspora professionals. Let's look at it this way. Let me try to break this down. So we have a lot of people here who can do a lot of things, and then we have a lot of people there who may not be able to do a lot of things, but they have the connections and the funds to be able to support a lot of things. All right, can we also look at it from that angle? Because people believe that this will actually go a long way in enriching the local talents that we have here with global best practices, putting it together. Since the diaspora professional, they have access to an environment where there's a lot that is being encouraged. There's a lot that's being made available to them. I mean, social media platforms like Twitter or X, Instagram, Facebook are meant largely for social interaction. And then if you have Nigeria now, that where you need an indigenous professional virtual platform to link local talent with diaspora professionals, I mean, such a platform could be set up, for instance, in Lagos, Ikeja here, or in Abuja, or in Port Harcourt, or somewhere in the Plateau, or Kaduna, or Katsina. So, looking at it from that one, bridging connections, that is. But then, is it possible? Do you believe that we can actually reverse brain drain to brain gain? And I tried having a conversation with someone whilst I was preparing for the show, and the person said, well, only in a developed Nigerian economy can we actually convert brain drain to brain gain. And I don't agree. I don't really agree. But do you think that it is only when diaspora professionals find, Nigeria attractive enough for them to want to invest in it? Or do you think that we actually need the investment of diaspora? So, there's a lot to talk about this, if we look at it in collaboration with, a thinking government. Can we have a reversal of brain drain to brain gain? So what do you think as regards this? There's a lot to talk about, like I mentioned. We'll look at the social impact and all, but then I'd like to hear from you, our dear listener. Do you think that all of these people leaving this country is actually a good thing for Nigeria, so that wherever they go, as long as they don't forget Nigeria, they can invest or they can look back and fund the development of the country? What do you think? Let's have a conversation. 0913-6000-410. 0913-6000-410. All right, yes. So moving on with the conversation. Yes, the Japa syndrome is still trending. Just the other day was a trending conversation on social media where, for those who are planning to Japa to different countries of the world, if you don't have, and the list I saw there was about 25 million naira. So if you don't have 25 million, you can't even Japa. And I don't know, but if you have 25 million naira, would you rather Japa or stay in the country? I don't know. That's another thing that I've been trying to have a conversation. If you have that amount of money, money? Is there a need for you to still leave? But then, since we're discussing the social impact of JAPA, they have, a good working system. There's a working system. They have a good working system that seems to be helping them get by. But like we said, it's not just unemployment. It is not just government policies. I mean, security is also an issue for a lot of people, and that's why you see a lot of people living in their droves. Well, there's a lot. People can no longer bear so many things in this country. But I'm just asking. I'm curious. If you have 25 million naira, would you rather would you rather leave the country and go to another country and build a new life, or would you use that 25 million naira and invest in the country, invest in businesses, make your cool cash and stay in your country? As they say, there's no place like home. A recent survey has shown that 7 out of 10 Nigerians are actually willing to relocate to other countries for various reasons, and a lot of them have been recording success. Today, there's still the increasing rate of an emerging urge to leave Nigeria by both the young and the old. That's another interesting part of it. It's not just the young people that are leaving. It's not just skilled professionals that are leaving. Even elderly ones, are preferring to go and just leave out the rest of their energy over there. So it's still the increasing rate of now the current migration rate is about minus 0.273 per 1,000 population, indicating that a lot of people away from the brain drain. All right, this has shown that in the UK, for example, Nigerians are not even the highest immigrants in the country. I mean, as much as you have thousands and hundreds of thousands of people leaving Nigeria almost every day, Nigerians are actually not the highest number of immigrants in the UK, for example. So, I mean, if there are other countries of the world who are also losing a lot of their professionals, a lot of their young, their old, to other countries, how is it working for them? Is it even working for them? And how can we look past that and make this JAPA thing work for us? All right. So that is the conversation. 10:25 a.m. and you're listening to the Big Talk on Mainland 98.3 FM.
Get ready for the hottest show in town. Tune in to Mainland 98.3 FM for the ultimate talk experience. It is time for the Big Talk. Join Omobola Sandra every Wednesday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. as we dive into the forefront of the most sizzling topic, from glitz and glamour of entertainment to the nitty-gritty of politics to the latest trend in fashion and lifestyle. The Big Talk covers it all. The Big Talk, hosted by the dynamic presenter Omobola Sandra. The Big Talk guarantees to keep you entertained, informed, and hooked. Get ready for engaging conversations and a whole lot of fun. Don't miss out on the pulse of the city on Mainland 98.3 FM. The Big Talk, where every topic is a big deal.
Follow us on all our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM, on Twitter at Mainland FM. We are the sound of Lagos.
Country person, how market? Sure, you go like advertise with us on top Mainland 98.3 FM. We get ogbonge listeners, then we carry our matapu for head. We constantly get shows where we say you go fit sell your market. I been at the kind service where they provide with chicken money. Oh yeah, sharply. Call us today on top 0913 6000 420 0913 6000 420, or you fit to send us email on top info@mainlandfm.com.
It's easy to bring normalcy and redecorate. It's much.
The general elections in 2023 have created conversations and consequences that will live with us for years to come. From the executive to the judiciary, legislature, media, and the people, organized labor, and civil society organizations, issues that will continue to shape the future of our country needs continuous probing and interrogation.
I see the greater objective for the party, and let me tell you, I've told the PDP in some locations that, gentlemen, be careful. Better men have founded parties that have gone into oblivion. Where's the party of 𝐴ᴏᴏᴡ? Where's the party of 𝐴ᴏᴜᴜ? Where's PRP of Rimi? Political parties must be nurtured, they must be reinvented, they must be true to their own
𝐴ᴏᴜᴜ Akinode and Said Fuad on Midweek Politics every Wednesday 1 to 3 p.m. on Mainland 98.3 FM for thought-provoking conversations, voices from the top, engaging interviews, in-depth analysis on all matters around politics, policies, and governance. Midweek Politics on Mainland 98.3 FM, bringing the right perspectives to everything politics.
To get started,
The Big Talk, where every topic is a big deal.
Welcome back. It is still the Big Talk. Hello, good morning. Oh, I'm so sorry. You may have to call back. I apologize for that. You may have to call back. Just need to. Because I don't think anyone will be able to hear you as we try to connect back to, just putting that out. All right. So let's continue the conversation. The Big Talk continues. For those who are calling, apologies. Just stay. I'll be on standby. 0913 6000 410 0913 6000 410. Dami, if you can hear me, your attention is needed in the studio. So, moving on now with what we are discussing. In July 2022, the Association of Nigerian Students in Europe revealed that Europe alone has more than 3 million Nigerians enrolled in different higher institutions of learning. A survey also indicates that 89.87% of Nigerian youths prefer to study in a university outside the country. 73% of Nigerians, 60% of doctors, and 89.87% of students want to leave the country. They want to flee. And I'm not even going to ask, why do you think they are leaving? Is there something they are seeing that this government is not seeing? I'm not even going to ask why, because we've already discussed, the factors or the reasons why people are living in their droves. But then I think we've already discussed as regards the stunted education growth, the fact that strike and strike upon strike upon strike and all of that, and the education system, bad leadership, unfulfillment of government policies, insecurity, employment opportunities, and all of that. So there's just a lot. But then as it is now, what we have is that, yes, there's a lot of frustration in the land, but questions have been put out. 0913 6000 410. That is the number to call. Let's have a conversation this morning. 0913 6000 410. That is the number to call.
ready for the hottest show in town. Tune in to Mainland 98.3 FM for the ultimate talk experience. It is time for the big talk. Join Omobola Sandra every Wednesday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. as we dive into the forefront of the most sizzling topic, from glitz and glamour of entertainment to the nitty-gritty of politics, to the latest trend in fashion and lifestyle. The big talk covers it all. The big talk, hosted by the dynamic presenter Omobola Sandra. The big talk guarantees to keep you entertained, informed, and hooked. Get ready for engaging conversations and a whole lot of fun. Don't miss out on the pulse of the city on Mainland 98.3 FM. The big talk, where every topic is a big deal. This is the Big Talk with Omobola Sandra.
Thank you for staying with us. It is still the Big Talk on Mainland 98.3 FM. All right, apologies for the phone issues, but not to worry. I guess it has been resolved now. Let's have our conversation. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, well, Sandra, how are you?
I'm well, thank you very much.
Okay.
Barrister Peter.
Because it is at the root and heart of our present day situation. You see, I want to share my experience. This issue of their pattern, it is not funny, or it's not pleasant. You know, I don't care what anybody says. Nobody will leave Nigeria because he wants to travel abroad just for the heck of living this country. The thing is that, like they say, home is home. There is nothing like home. I don't care what anybody says, because I've had my personal experience. In 1978, I was around 16 years when I finished secondary school. I traveled to the United States even before my school start result came out, just to go to school. It is not because things were bad or anything, but I wanted to experience another culture. I had no intention of staying over there. When I got there, I schooled and I came back. It was a fight to come back to Nigeria. You know, what is going on now is reverse slavery. We are enslaving ourselves. We are telling the white man, take me as a slave. Here I am. You know, so I think we can reverse it. If the political class is eliminated, the current political class we have, I'm sorry to make such a sweeping statement, a bunch of thieves.
It's okay. Barrister Peter, let's keep things clean. I think I've gotten, your thoughts so far. I think is edging more towards, bad leadership. I think that's where the angle that Barrister Peter is coming from as regards. Oh, I can barely hear you. Could you please speak a little louder? Thank you.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, it's better. Thank you. Yes, good morning.
Okay, so my name is Mike.
All right, Mike, where are you calling from? Yes.
Okay, I'm calling from Tᴏɪᴛ.
Okay, please go on.
All right, so it all depends on the government of the day. So everybody wants to thrive in life. People don't just want to survive; they want to thrive. And so it's that desire for people to thrive that is moving our people out of this country. Now, so if the government wants to benefit from this mass exodus, is for the government to do things that will enable people desire, even if they don't want to come back to this country, set an environment that can enable people bring back their expertise in a certain way so that our society can benefit from them. It's about policy. There are policies that government can put in place today. You see people, those outside, they want to begin to invest inside. So it's the government, of course. If you're talking about coming back may be a tall order, because if you've gone to a place where things work, a place where if you put things in, you're going to get beat. You have seen that society. To now come back to a society where there's uncertainty, it's difficult. So let's leave they are coming back immediately. Let's put that aside. But if you want to benefit from them, there are policies that the government can put in place that can make them want to come here to invest, come to bring their expertise to one thing or the other. We are living in a world of technology, for example. So there are certain things that I should be able to do from anywhere in the world. Now, but government should be able to put things in place that will enable us to benefit from our people that are outside. If the government don't do that, then it will be very difficult. That's just reality. So there are policies that government can put now that makes you as a Nigerian, if for example you're coming to do something in Nigeria that is going to be like this, or you're going to get this free, get that free, get this, get that. You see some people coming to take advantage of it, and that's why to attract them to come and invest whatever thing they have learned back in. So it depends on the government contract.
All right, then. Thank you very much, Mr. Mike. I guess the government has a lot to do as regards this conversion that we're discussing here. I was also looking at it from the angle of the people in diaspora themselves. But then, from what you have said, I took government policies away from that. Hello, good morning.
Sandra, good morning.
Good morning, Don Peters.
Yes. Don Peters is my name. I've been with you ever since you start the program.
Thank you.
And I will share from my own personal experience on this subject matter.
Okay, please go on.
I came back from Europe from when I was done with my studies in East Africa, and I migrated to Denmark. I was there, and I can tell you for free, 80% of those who are migrating out of their country do not like it to leave their home. But it is because of one thing or the other, uncertainty and maybe government somersaulting, policy somersaulting. That's why people are leaving their country. When I decided to relocate back home is when one of the government officials came to Europe at that time to market Nigeria to us, and then told how good Nigerian economy in Africa, and to know if what they are doing is true or not one of those things that comes from the government. And by the end of the day, it was true, and we decided to give it a trial at that time. And by locating some of our things out, and we decided to set up businesses around Nigeria. But we cannot see that as of today, because the business that it will from moving out of Nigeria, that is one of the factors. Government policies.
Okay.
That is why people are living in so much zone. Number two, we can do that, but it has a lot to do with government. In all honesty, then can only send people back home if the environment is not conducive enough. I call it stipends. They come relocate their businesses just as we do about 15 years back now. or 18 years back now. They can't do it. In as much as there is so much kidnapping in the land, no labor infrastructure, government policy is not, there is no government policies that can be stable for 1 week. Nobody can decide to relocate his business in a situation like that. So, to answer your question, I don't think we can use it. Maybe at the long run, their expertise, if we get a government that can be stable, it's like 2, 3, 4 years, and not efficient, we can make use of it very well. But in as much as we are still getting government that is continue to make policies from assaulting, they can only send people back home. They can't move their business. Those who are in the ICT, and the rest of other things, the doctors, everything, they cannot move their businesses back home. I take my big brother, for example. He's very good in computer and the rest of other things, but he cannot come back home. Whenever we discussed, he said, no, I am not relocating anything back home. We told him that Nigeria is good for investment. When he Google and he check the rest of other things, he says, bros, I cannot come. Whatever you people need, I can send things, but coming back to relocate my equipment, everything back home, it's no for me. And I know that is how it is for other people also. So let me just give other people a chance to speak. But the truth is that we can only make use of it when governments begin to make policies that work for the people. That is only when those people will decide to come back home, just like as I did about 17 years back now. That is my take on it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Don Peters. I appreciate your contribution. I mean, there's a lot of, attribution to government policies here, and it seems it all still comes back to the government at the end of the day. I have here that aside from, harsh economic policies, there are also some questionable government and bank policies as well. And there's also the, employment situation. So as it is, there's a lot that we're confronted with at this time. The foreign exchange situation, removal of fuel subsidy, rising food prices, the fuel crisis, there's a lot. And then the kidnapping situation, although abated for now, we're thankful for that actually, but there was the rise attributed to the Japa situation. But then there's a lot that we are going to be looking at, because I'm also getting a message here that is saying that there are some individuals that, what about those people who have this strong opinion or this strong conviction that they would never succeed in Nigeria until they leave this country? There are some people that are like that even if things are working well for them in the country, or even if all they have to do is just make some certain decisions for themselves, some personal decisions, in order for them to be able to attain a certain level of success, they just have this misguided conviction or this belief or this opinion that Nigeria is not just for them. In other words, they believe that their success only lies beyond the shores of Nigeria, so they won't even try to make anything good out of any situation they find themselves in the country. And this there was a research that was done by some Nigerian students in the UK that actually affirmed this particular mindset or this particular opinion that why are you here? Because you have people that are as old as 40 something and they are leaving the country with the education visa, and what exactly is the problem? You had a good paying job in the country. What exactly? Nigeria is just not for me. All right, so what about those people? Let's squeeze in one or two more phone calls. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Sorry, I called just a few minutes back. I just wanted to add one thing, Sandra.
Is this Mr. Mike?
Yes, Mr. Mike. Can I quickly do that?
Yeah, please do.
Okay, so let me give you a classical example.
Okay.
If it's easy for me to register my business from America, so I'm located in America, and I can readily register my business in America and do business from America here in Nigeria without bottleneck and all of that, why would I not register my business and offer expertise from there? But as little as registering a business in Nigeria, the bottleneck you need is like you're going that like we're talking about, the self to do business is business registration. So if people cannot as individuals register their business from across the globe and feel free to do business, it's not nothing. You can't do anything. Like you're saying, the belief, how do people come about belief? How did we get to that place where people believe it's better for them out there than for us being here? Like it's something for them to believe. So until we get to that place where the belief can be changed, it can be altered to the point where people also begin to think that, man, there is no other place where I can try and do business like Nigeria. Everything rises and falls on the domain of the government. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that everything still comes back to the table of the government at the end of it all, because I think we too had a conversation some 2 weeks or a month or so ago as regards the tedious nature of international bodies registering their businesses in Nigeria. All of the bureaucracy involved is just out of this world. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Sandra.
Good morning, Mr. Peter.
Mr. Damilola from Malaba.
Oh, Damilola from Malaba. It's been a long time I heard your voice. I think
yes. How are you doing, my sister?
I'm well, thank you very much. You're welcome.
Honestly, I've listened to you a lot. The thing is just that the Japa syndrome, in fact, it's possible for us to have Japada. Because yes, it's possible to have Japada. The thing is just that going to a foreign country is not a bad idea, but when we are living in a large number, that is when the thing becomes a problem. I remember in Nigeria some years ago, when we have a lot of Ghanaians in Nigeria. Some of them taught me English language in secondary school. But that was then when Ghana economy actually rise. All of them moved back. That's why they brought that Ghana must go when they made that time. Meaning just that if the government of this country can come to the reality of our existence, putting things in order, just as we have in those foreign countries, people will stay right here. People living in the country are just going to look for green pasture. In fact, if you have 100 million Nigeria today, you set up a business, one economic policy can win everything. We have some people that normally take some goods from border. That's what Nigeria at that time, rice, this and that. When they closed the border, many of them became desolate, empty completely. The thing is just that it's not about having the millions, it's about the economic policies. It's about what government of the day has for the people of the country. And the thing is just that day by day, what will make people to leave the country when they are not comfortable anymore? You might have the money, but you look at the atmosphere, you cannot even sleep in your house with your 2 eyes closed. Then, once you actually people will think of living a place where they can close their eyes and sleep deeply. That's one thing. Government just need to look around. Once we put things in order in this country, we can have Japada. People going down there, I believe they must have learned many things in foreign countries. And coming back right here, it will be an advantage. It will be very advantageous to us, but we are going to benefit more from all that. But the thing is that until we put things in order, we cannot have Japada. We will continue to have Japa syndrome. That's my take. Good morning.
Thank you very much, Mr. Damola from Alaba. Appreciate. Thank you for joining the show. Well, I see everyone is looking at the government. The government has a role to play in all of this. But do we really have to leave everything at the desk of the government? Is there nothing that even we ourselves can do? Is there any contribution that the people themselves also need to make in order to distill this particular situation, this Japan? Because I just mentioned earlier this migration delusion. There are some delulu people, that are out there that just believe that there's nothing good for them in Nigeria except they leave. Until they leave this country, they will never have anything, good working for them. Especially the village people conversation and all of that. When I don't know if village people can't leave Nigeria. I don't know, but there are some people who are obsessed with migration, whether they are successful here or not, or whether things are working for them or not. There are some people that just have that mindset. So I don't know. Is there anything that even the people as well can do to also hold the hand of the government to ensure that we don't have this situation. All right, so the Jakwada thing, I don't know, is it even really a good thing when you have people who have gone, they've made some success, and then they come back and they're still coming back to this same business environment that has been volatile for quite a while now, or even with the same government policies, with the same security situation or security problem or this insecurity problem country and all of that. So well, I think I can squeeze in one more phone call. 0913-6000-410 0913-6000-410. That is the number to call, and the conversation we're having today is the social impact of Jakpa. Can brain drain, can it be reversed, or can it be converted to brain gain? Okay, is there any way that we can actually benefit from the millions and millions of Nigerians that are living in droves out of the country? Is there any way we can have something good from it? All right, I mean, there has to be something positive that we can actually get from it. What do you think? Can it be converted? Let's see if we can squeeze in one more phone call. 0913-6000-410 0913-6000-410. Well, as it is now, trying to contemptualize the Jakpa syndrome in the country, looking at the fact that a lot of people look at let's see, easy access to jobs, business opportunities, connections, and a working system. I think those are things that those in diaspora will be able to push forward. Hello, good morning. Hello. Oh, I think I lost that one. Hello. Okay, that's another one there. Let's see what we have. Hello. Yes, good morning.
This is Mr. Charles calling from Shogun area of Lagos.
All right, Mr. Charles, thank you for joining the show. Let's have your thoughts.
Yes, like other speakers have said, the problem with the situation of Jakpa today in Nigeria is that the government is not even looking at how that is affecting local businesses. For instance, I'm involved in plastic furniture distribution, and majority of our customers are churches and those that do rentals for parties. But you will see that the number of Nigerians that have left this country have really reduced the percentage we receive.
Okay.
And so it's affecting other businesses. So the government has to really look and see what is causing this Jakpa. It has to be reduced to help local businesses. So that is my submission on this.
All right then. Well, thank you very much. Well, how did Jakpa? Of course, I think we've highlighted the impact of Jakpa. Maybe we should now look deeper to the socio-economic impact of Jakpa, or the economic impact of Jakpa. But I mean, it's just something that we're looking at holistically, and the focus or the angle we're looking at it from is, can brain drain be converted to brain gain? Unfortunately, we have come to the end of the slope for the show for today, that is, but not to worry. This is a conversation that we definitely need to bring back on. We'll have one or two testimonials to strengthen the conversation. Just stay with us, not to worry. And that's a wrap for the big talk for today. Thank you for joining in. Thank you to everyone who called in. Thank you to everyone who also listened and tuned in. My name is Omobola Sandra. Join me again next week, Wednesday, from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. on the Big Talk on Mainland 98.3 FM. The Morning Express is also coming to an end, but of course, coming up next, we have some major programs lined up for your listening pleasure. By 1 p.m., 괶ᴜ 𝐾 is that one. As we always say here, the conversation never stops.